Okay, so today we'll discuss about this code, right? Okay, so today we will discuss about cloud formation. Okay, cloud formation. Okay, so the cloud formation in AWS, the cloud formation is like very, very new technology. Okay, where we automate the infrastructure. Okay, how do we automate? What is automation? For automation, what is the base for automation? Can anyone say what is the base for automation? How do we automate things?
We do coding.
Yeah, coding, right? So what we are doing right now, infrastructure. So we are automating the infrastructure. That means we need to write code to automate the infrastructure. So this terminology is called IAC. IAC is like very, very, very advanced. Cloud itself is very advanced, and people are trying to adopt it recent days. And when it comes to IAC is like very much advanced. That means you are writing a code to deploy the infrastructure. Again, what is infrastructure? Going back to the first class, what is infrastructure? Guys, I need answer. What is infrastructure?
Physical and organization.
What is it?
IT hardware, or anything that that relates
Physical.
Yeah. Infrastructure is nothing but when you go back and check out the first two classes. Infrastructure, I've explained, infrastructure in IT is nothing but the servers, the hardware, the network, the router, everything will come under infrastructure. So whatever we are creating in AWS, it's infrastructure only. The EC2, whatever the EC2 you're creating, it comes under infrastructure. Guys, this is very, 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 very basic. If we don't know what is infrastructure, we cannot work on AWS. Go back to the first two videos, get your basics strong. So now what is infrastructure?
Server, hardware.
Yeah.
Routers.
So right now EC2 is also a server, right? So till today we have created so many EC2 instances for testing different things. We have created AMI, we have created an EC2 instance, we have attached IAM. So at least 3 times you have created EC2. Okay. How did you do that? You have done it manually, going each page, selecting everything, right? Right?
Each Shrikant, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now what we'll be doing is the whatever you do manually, we wanted to code it. Okay. If you can code it to automate. So next time, if you want, like example, if you need 100 instances, you cannot go through all those steps. Okay. And basically, even at VPC and subnet level, you're just skipping it. But actually, you need to configure that also when it comes to a company. Because next topic is VPC, we will discuss about it. But stopping there, choosing, and repeating that stuff. When you do it manually, you might do a lot of mistakes. So if you want anything to be stable, example, if you're adding 20 tags, it takes long time, and sometimes you might misspell it. So if you want that stability and the reliability, you need to automate this. So here what we are doing is just automating whatever we are doing, however we are creating the infrastructure manually, we wanted to do it by coding. Okay, so it's a model for your cloud infrastructure. Okay, so cloud formation will work under stacks. Okay, there is stack sets, chain sets, drift detection, and resource types. Don't worry about all this stuff, just think about stack, cloud formation stack. This is the only thing people will work on mostly. So you'll get questions. Okay, how do you create an EC2 instance by automating? You can say cloud formation, IAC, cloud formation. So in cloud formation, you will have three types, initially to create a template to do the coding. Either you can select template. If you have a ready template, what you can do is you can upload that to S3, and you can give the S3 URL here. As again, or in S3, I told you, right, it's just like a drive, Google Drive. You can put anything on your Google Drive, and you can share that link, right? In the same way, in S3 drive also, you will put that code, and you will get the link. Or if you have a template ready on your example, see, right now I have my template in my local machine. What you can do, I will choose the file and select that file. It will upload directly. But here it will directly go to the next stuff. So here what I wanted to do is I wanted you to do it in designer. Okay, or you can also use sample templates. There are sample templates which you can use. See, these are the sample templates which is available. But what I wanted to show you is create template in designer. Just select this every time. Create a template in designer, go to it. You will get a designer. So here, if you can see, all these resources are there. You can try to create it by just selecting and dropping it. Here, even here, what I'll do is I don't want to go and create all this stuff. So if you see in this designer, in the center place, you can see drag and drop resources stuff. It's like a graph here. Here you have resource type, but whatever code you write it here, not in the components. You need to go to template. See, remember, most of the people will try to add code here. Now you need to add code in the template. This is what the template. So CloudFormation can be written in two languages. One is JSON and the other one is YAML. So you can choose any one of it. Today we'll work on JSON. And if you can see, so this is the whole template. Okay, don't get panic. Okay, this is nothing. I have just shortened out this whole thing into a small stuff. See if you can see. This code and this code is same actually. Both of them does the same thing. Just that I have made it simple for you. Okay. Okay, wait. JSON lint is where you can validate the JSON files. So basically JSON, if it is going forward and backward also, there will be some issues. So okay, if you can see here, it's saying something. What is it? EC to I. Okay. Mhm. Let's take a different code. Okay. Um, you don't need to write these codes from scratch. View in designer. Okay. Let's see if we can do this one. Check this. Okay. See if you can see the code is there. Uh, this will be very similar to the code which we have seen. Okay, let's copy it. Control A, Control C. Copy it here. So this is working code, right? I'll remove this. Okay, so this is the working code. So here, what it is there, I'll simply explain this code in very few things. There is nothing in this. If you can see, initially it will give the template format version. This is common for everything. Okay. And after that, they gave the description. You don't need this description. If you want to remove it, you can remove. This is just for your information that whatever. So this is just an EC2 template with security groups. It is creating automatically. It's creating security groups and EC2 instances automatically. Just the description. You can remove it. And these are the parameters. So parameters are what you can use these parameters. Like when you create some parameters, you can reuse them in the main code. So that's where you use the parameters. If you don't want to use it, you can remove the parameters and you can directly hard code that in the code. So this is they are only use they are using only key name as the parameter. That's it. Key name they wanted to reuse it. So it's only parameter they are using. And then next instance type. Instance type. Say okay. Instance type is also one of the so if you see here, if I click here, you can see the red bracket is here, right? When I click the opening bracket, the close bracket here, that means whatever comes under this will go into parameters. That means SSH location, instance type, key name, they are giving it as parameters. And when they are giving it as parameters, they are also mapping it. If you can see, these are the allowed values. These are all allowed values. Okay, they have given almost all of them in the allowed values, and they are mapping it with what? They're mapping it with architecture. See if you can see instance type, instance type. So this is nothing but they are just matching it with HVM64 and NAT VHVM64. That's it. And these are the regions where you wanted to spin the instances. And this is the main code. If you can see resource, when it comes to resource, that will be the main code. That is where you are creating a resource. That is where you're giving your main thing. So if you can see, only this much is the code, the main code. All these things are extras only. Okay, this is the main code. This is just you're giving options. Okay, so in the main code, if you can see, you're giving type of the instance. It will choose from here, and it will give the instance type here. Okay, that is type, and this is instance type. Are there two of them? Okay. Type of it. What is it? Okay. And then security groups, they're referring back to the security group stuff. So this is security group. So here, this is the next second resource. Here we are creating in under resource. First thing is we are creating EC2 instances. Instance. EC2 instance code is this much only. And second, we are creating security group. Security group code is only this much. And once we create this one, this security group, we are calling it here in this one. If you can see, refer instance security group, so we are referring to this instance security group. So whatever is created, that security group, you can put it here. And key name also, they're taking it as reference. And image IDs, these are the AMIs, and they're taking the image IDs from there, where it will take the region and find the mappings. Okay, so for mapping purpose, they have added all this stuff. So if you can see, once we have this code, so here it will show you diagrammatic representation of what we are doing. That means we are creating one EC2 instance and we are creating one security group. Okay, so after this, what you need to do is here validate the template, just to see whether we can validate this template. So they're saying the template is valid. And if you try to create a stack, so if you can see the next option, so here if you can see these parameters, right? So the parameters, there we have in the code we have given parameters on the top. I told you parameters is optional. You can directly hard code it in the code. If you give an option called parameters, what it will do is it will give you options here like this. Okay, if you remove that parameter, it will remove these options also. And see, whatever you are able to, whatever you can see here, these are all the list what is there in the code, this list. If you remove it, say example, right now you can see this many, right? Let me just take it back. I'll go to the view designer. I'll just remove that so that you will understand it's completely from the code. See here, you can see this one, allowed values. What I'll do is I'll remove all this. So by this you can also control how many values you can give. If you give only two of this, right? So the people who wanted to create these instances, they'll have only two options to create. So here you are also controlling type of instances. If you don't want people to create big instances, you'll just put T2 micro and T2 medium here. So only those will be, only those can be created from the cloud formation. Template is not valid. Type failed to satisfy. Must be a valid EC2 instance type. Okay. Okay. So here if you can see, default value we gave T2 small and allowed values we gave these two. So either you can put this T2 small in this one, or we can change it to T1 micro. Okay, now it says template is valid, right? So if you can see in the next one, the next template, if you can see, we have controlled this. So whatever you see here, it comes from the code itself, even the key name. No value, you can just give the key name here, something. Our key name. If we wanted to use existing. SSH, if you want to control this one, you can do it in this way. And when you hit next and next, it will create an instance for you. But before doing it, what I will do is we will edit this code so that you understand well. Okay, what I'm doing, parameters, right? I'm removing all the parameters. Okay, see, I'm removing all the parameters. Okay, and mapping, I don't want mapping also. I'll remove the mapping too. I don't need mapping. Okay, I'm removing the mapping. Okay, and one more thing is I don't need outputs. I don't want to see outputs. I removed it. So this is the main code we have. Okay, because we have removed all other options, what we wanted to do right now is we wanted to hard code this stuff, whatever it is referring to some other things. Example, instance type. Instance type was referring to the parameters before parameters. Now we don't have it. So what I'll do is I'll directly put the value here. Okay, I'll directly put the value here. Okay, T2 micro. Okay, and security group is fine because it is taking it from here. This should be fine. And refer to the key name. We'll ask it to create a new one, and we will say it as Linux SK09. Okay, and image ID. Okay, I don't want to do the same stuff too. I'll give the image ID directly. What else it is referring to? It is referring to type also, right? Type EC2 instance. I don't know if this is needed actually. Let's remove this off. Do we have it in this other code? Type EC2 instance. Okay. It is there. I don't want to remove it. Leave it here. And what else we need? Okay, security group. Image ID. Can you get any image ID from the? So how do we get image IDs? Let's go to EC2. We'll go to marketplace and check for image IDs. Okay, AMI. Image ID is nothing but AMIs only. Okay, when you create a launch instance, these are the marketplace AMI. So if I can get this AMI directly, I can copy it, and I'm asking it to use that AMI. Okay, so I'm just adding that AMI here. So that's it. It is simple. Okay, there is one more reference here. I'll just add 0.0.0.0/0. Okay. So I think everything is fine. So here we are creating security group. We are saying it to create it with a TCP/22 open. Okay. In IP protocol. Okay. So this is one. This is ingress. Okay. We are not doing outgress. Okay. Ingress means what? The inbound rules. Outgress is outbound rules. So we are adding only inbound rules. We are creating one security group. Here we are creating an EC2 instance, which will have image ID of this one, instance type. Should also create EBS volume, but let's see. Let's see if it will ask any. It will throw us any error. If it throws any error, then we can add it. So this is how basically you built a template as per your requirement. We add that to the code and see how it works. Cloud formation, go to the previous, go to the designer. I'm going to the designer. What I'm just trying to do is I'll just copy this whole code, Control A and Control V. I'll just put my code here and I'll see if there is any error. Okay, it is showing some error. Why? Why is it not liking? Instance type micro expected column instead of bracket. Okay, if you can see when I refreshed, it is the same thing. Okay, so here see how much code it was before. This was now small code. Even this is doing what? It's creating an EC2 instance and it's creating a security group. And I'll see I'm validating it and see if the template is also valid. Once the template is valid, what you can do, you can create the stack. Okay, you can create the stack. And what we can do next, so here see, because we remove the parameters, nothing is showing to us right now. I'll do test stack and test stack. And next, tags. If you want to create any tags, you can create tags. I don't want to do any of these things. I'll go next, and this is where the next thing is. I'll do next. See, right now if you can see, it is creating a stack for me. You can see the status, you can see the resource. So this is the resource it's creating. First it's creating instance group, security group. And also it has created EC2 instance also. Security group is created in just in a second. Even instance also it is creating. Instance creating failed because what? The status reason. You can see outputs actually. Resource events. So you see it has once it said there is some issue, it has deleted both of it because it's error. What is it saying? The key pair Linux SK09 does not exist. Okay, so it is asking us to create a Linux. What we'll do is just okay. So it is expecting us to use the already existing one. So create pair. I'll do next test SK09. Is it the one which we have used? I'm quickly creating this stuff. So now we have that key. Now I think the cloud formation shouldn't show any issue. So when you have this issue like this, okay. So this is one more thing I do, guys. This is just a small hack for you. So this is our code, right? So if you want to reuse this code, what I do is either you can go to View Designer and create a new one, because I don't want to keep this here, the which is failed one. What I do is delete, and quickly you will have an option to go to designer. Okay, just in few seconds you'll go to the designer. In the backward it will delete the whole stack, but you went to this here. So let me add this one properly. Okay, and again refresh, and now it is fine. Validating the template, and then we are going through the process again. Okay, next template is ready. Just give the stack name, test stack, and I'm going next and next. Nothing you have to do in all these things. These all are optional. And next, create stack. So it will create a stack, and we'll see in the resources whether it's creating. Okay, yes, it's creating a security group. Security group is created, and then what it's doing, it's creating the EC2 instance. In the events, it will give you each process, user initiated test track, and then it's created in progress, security group in progress. EC2 is creating, EC2 is in progress, EC2 is in progress, EC2 is in progress. Yeah, in this resources, you can directly go to the resources actually. See, this instance is creating, and this is the security group, it's already created. Instance group, once you open the EC2 instance, see, you can see the instance is created, and you can do the okay. So that is how you just do it with the code. And right now you don't have the name for it, right? Okay, so now the instance is running actually, and this is completely created from our cloud formation stack. You can see this, right? So now you can reuse this code how many times as possible, and you can create all the EC2 instance. Like you can create hundreds of EC2 instances at the same time. Once I delete, if you delete this one, the instance will be deleted. So we have written a code, small code. This is very small code. In projects, we create like 3 EC2 instances, one load balancer, one RDS, and all that stuff. The code will be like bigger here. and we create these instances. But if you can see here, there is nothing, just resources. Resources is what you are creating. Either you're creating security group or instance. If you can see the red one that closes here, EC2 instances, these are the mandatory ones, which is image ID, key name, security group, instance type, which is T2. So these are the important things. There is EBS volume is automatically created from the AMI. If you want, you can also give EBS volume like this. See, device name like this, and you can give the volume size also. You can create a block device. Okay, and this is for the EC2. And for the security group, we are adding ingress and outrest. That's it. It is completely, see, you are not giving any logics. There are no logics. There is no, loops, for loops and all that stuff. It's just that whatever you start, you close it. So here you started the resource, you closed it. That's it. Here in the EC2 instances, you started here, you have closed it here. Type, you have given it directly. In the properties, you have started it here, you have closed it here. In the instance type, I think we have removed this one also, right? So here you don't even need the brackets. Just you are giving the direct value. Only when you're referring, then you need the brackets. If you're not referring, you don't need brackets. So you're just removing the brackets here. So what else is there for you to concentrate on? That's it, right? Here, when you remove it, what this is where. So the property started here and this closed here. So all these properties are for EC2 instance, because if you can see, the property is inside the EC2 instance resource. Okay, the same way. So here, when you say resource, you will give EC2 instance and then type. What is the type? You need to give this one, AWS EC2 instances. In the same way here, we are giving instance security group. Here, what we are giving type, AWS EC2 security group. So these are the type what we are creating in that resource. Example, if you can see here, it is instance, here it is security group. That's it. And after that, we need to give properties for it. Like that means what are the requirement. So here again, we have opened the property. We have given a group description. You don't need the group description also. You can remove that. Not mandatory one. Here we are saying it's a ingress security group and we are giving IPs. That's it. Just you need to see where we have opened the bracket, where we are closing the bracket. That's it. And internally what we are giving. That is the only thing you see in this whole code. And with this code, you can create instances on fly. Here we have deleted in the progress, right? If we refresh it, it should have gone. So right now it's not there. When we refresh this, go back to the stacks. Nothing is there right now, CloudFormation. Again, if you want to create that instance quickly, go open, create template in designer, template. We're giving the template, sorry. Template, just copy it here and see whether you're getting the pictorial diagram. If you refresh and if you don't see it, just click this one. Oh, it's went to YAML. We need JSON. Okay, so we got it here. And after that, validate. And after that, launch. But ISO security group were not valid. Okay. When did this change? Excuse me. Template is valid. Just next, give name. Just SK. Next. And next, create stack. That's it. So this is how simple you can write the code and create. This is like a very small task, like creating just one instance. Basically, in reality, you will be doing a bigger stacks where you'll have like lot of code. So at that point of time, it will save almost like 30 minutes to 40 minutes for you to create each and everything and do the setup again and again. Okay. So this is cloud formation. Any questions in this one? Hello, are you guys sleeping? I know this is boring, but
Yes.
yes, you are sleeping.
No, Srikant, we're not sleeping.
No, we're not sleeping.
Okay, so let me add you the code for you. Maybe if you want to test in the chat box, guys, any one of you guys copy it. Okay, I'm getting sleep. Okay, so this is the code. So now you understood, right? So basically, see, um, this is like IAC stuff. If you wanted to learn, you can learn more into it. But if you're not interested, that's fine. But in your examination, you can just answer the questions about cloud formation. Cloud formation is one of the core services of AWS because it's the next technology. Right now, people are completely looking for IAC people. Okay, even our company, the CloudEnd. The CloudEnd platform, the main thing is IAC. If you can see, um, we are completely providing infrastructure as a code, which is IAC, infrastructure as a code. All the templates what we are doing. So we have created a new terminology called ICAS. That means infrastructure code as service, like platform as service, software as service. So this is like we have a 1 year patent to show the product. In 1 year we need to complete this product and we need to submit it for the patent rights. So basically this is our company, the CloudEnd, what you guys are into infrastructure code. So IAC is already there. ICAS is what we have discovered, not discovered, invented. Okay. So the IAC is that advanced, and there are very, very, very few people who knew about it and who adopted these things. But in future, this is going to be like, very it's going, even now it's booming up. But in future, there will be like a lot and lot of people working on this thing because no one want to do these things manually. Everyone wanted it automated. So this is the cloud formation, and next we will see cloud watch. Okay, so cloud watch. So CloudWatch is very important because CloudWatch is where you monitor stuff. Okay. Either you can put it in any of the application or you can uh, monitor the services what we have. If you can see the metrics, you can explore all the metrics. You can, if you can see in EBS we have 18 metrics, in EC2 we have 15 metrics. We see the EC2 metrics, pre-instance metrics are, we will see graphical metrics actually. Yeah, there are no metrics here. Okay, I don't have any EC2 instances on this, but let's go to North Virginia. We might have some instances. Yeah, if you can see, we have some metrics here. So whatever, see, even these metrics, you can see it here in EC2. You don't even need to come here to check the metrics actually. So all these rules will be, all the logs will be coming here. You can see log groups. Log groups are the main things where, if there is any CloudWatch agent, it will go to the log groups. And if you don't have it right now, we didn't create anything. So that's the reason we are not getting it. But by default, it will be added to all the services in it in our cloud, in our AWS console. If you can see EC2, one instance, like any instance is running, select any of these instances. And if you can see, go to monitoring. Monitoring is, again, it is connected to CloudWatch. CloudWatch is another service which where you do monitoring, but that is monitoring here also. If you can see all the statistics, CPU utilization. See, suddenly CPU utilization went to this much and then it dropped, and then so it do status checks. All these things, network outs, discrete options, CPU credit usage count. So all these EC2 metrics, you will be getting it in a CloudWatch console itself. Example, if you can see here, these are the 5 minutes metrics, whatever you're getting. So if you want to, if you can see, these are the metrics you're directly seeing. If you want to see the logs, CloudWatch basically add the logs. Those logs are represented in this graphical mode. But if you want to see the logs, logs are here. It's taking us to logs. If you can see, it has redirected directly to the CloudWatch. And where are the logs? I don't see logs. You can create a log group name and you can give some name. So see, log group is nothing but a folder or something like that. In that folder, all logs can be redirected. Best example is even for the load balancer, right? When you're creating a load balancer, did you guys have created any load balancers? We don't have any load balancers. Load balancer. When you're creating a load balancer, if you can see here, even the load balancer, you will get metrics, how it is working and all that stuff. But if you go see the here, you can also see where the logs can be added, and in the monitoring, manage alarms in the CloudWatch. you'll go to CloudWatch and you can CloudWatch logs. It's showing all the metrics here. Why is it not showing any logs actually? There should be logs also. So it's giving all the metrics, perfect metrics. These are the instances we have. What happened? Hello. Okay. So CloudWatch is nothing but you'll get logs, and that is used for monitoring. That's it. And one more thing, you don't do much in CloudWatch logs. So only for monitoring purpose. That means if there is any drop or if there is any issue, AWS support person or you can go into this CloudWatch logs and see what is the issue, like what's happening in it. So that's basically what we do in the CloudWatch. Uh, CloudWatch is nothing but a monitoring service. That's all you need to know. You don't need to practice here. There is nothing to practice also here. If you can see here, log group is where you'll create a folder or just name. You can create any name, like example test, and just say the retention period. Retention period means, see, if it is an application, it will create logs, so many logs. Today it will create like 1 lakh logs, and tomorrow it will create 2 lakhs logs. So it will increase your storage. So what you will do is, I need 5 days retention period. That means for 5 days the logs will be there, and the fifth day the logs will be deleted, and then that's how it rotates. Okay, the fifth day it will delete the first day's log, and then on sixth day it will delete the second day's log. So in that way, the retention period you can put, I will do never expire. And if you wanted to secure these logs, you can add KMS key, and see, this is just like a folder. So whatever logs will come, it will come here. So you need to just give this log stream to any of the configuration, like the test log group. You need to give that for any of the configurations on the services. Then what? Then the logs will be coming down here. So when you create an EC2 instance, if you can see here, where is the CloudWatch? Okay, so I'll see test, right? And let me copy test. Let's go back to the instances. I'm gonna launch instance, and I'll select this, and I'll select T2 micro, and here, and see, enable CloudWatch. If you enable it, so previously we didn't do anything, but if we enable here CloudWatch, you will get detailed monitoring. Only then you will get the logs, actual logs there. Okay, and then next add storage, and then so till now whatever I have created, I didn't select that thing, so that's the reason I don't see anything there. So now because I've selected that, maybe you can see some logs out there. View launch log. The launch log instance is created, and let's go to the monitoring. It's running and it should update actually. Meanwhile, we'll also see if there is any log group created for it. Nothing has been started yet. The reason we're not seeing it, but when we have logs, it will send the logs here. But the interesting thing is we are able to see the metrics. So if you are able to see the metrics, we should be able to see the logs also, because these metrics will be pulled from the logs itself. View logs. When I select the logs, it's showing nothing. See, that's the interesting thing. There is some issue.
Hey, Shrikant.
Yeah.
What is the difference between the matrix and the logs? What will they show the logs?
Okay, so whatever logs are there, they are shown in graphical way. That is the metrics. Okay, the logs will be shown in graphical way.
Okay.
So let me get. We can get a stream actually. Or there will be some S3 logs also. Let's go to S3 and see if there are some default logs. Bucket. And one more thing, whenever we create this CloudWatch, right? Cloud not CloudWatch, CloudFormation, it will store the templates in our in the S3 like this. All the templates are stored, even though you delete it there as an object. It's automatically done. No, no, no. Okay, let us show you. Let me show you. Yeah, so basically the CloudWatch logs will be like this. So CloudWatch logs will be like this. So if you can see this one, it says like, okay, at this point of time, like at 16:17:42, this happened, and 17.2, this happened. So all these logs can be determined into a matrix, and it will show you the graph. Matrix is nothing but the graphical representation of this whole logs. Whatever these logs are there, it will just show you in a graphical representation. Okay, the time, error, all that stuff. Example, from 11 from 19 to 11, from 11 to 19, you see 3 errors. Okay, in the graph it will show you timings in the vertical one, in the horizontal one it give errors, and it will give the points into errors like whenever an error occurred. So that's how it shows in the graphical metrics. Okay, so basically it will collect all the logs. Logs are very important, guys, to basically debug any of the issues. To debug any issues, the logs are very important actually. It will only say if there is an issue, connection issue, even for the when we are creating an ALB or ELB, right? It will give you the error, okay, stating that I'm getting 401 error or 503 error, 304 error. So that type of stuff. That's the reason the logs are very important. Okay, now we'll see about CloudWatch. CloudWatch we have seen. CloudWatch, you will get logs. CloudTrail also you will get logs, but this is for auditing purpose. Okay, these CloudWatch logs are for your application or any of the other things like your services, how the network is going on and all those things. But CloudTrail is for auditing. That means whatever API calls you send, you can see it there. Example, someone asked me previously that if someone have deleted something, do we know how whether we have deleted it? So that is where we can see it in CloudTrail. If you can see CloudTrail, it will give you all the API calls. See, whatever we are clicking here and we are going in and we are doing the stuff, everything is an API call. I told this already in your in one of our yeah, in one of our classes. So introduction to new CloudTrail console. I don't want new one. They keep on update these things and they make it worst. Okay, so this is the event history. So if you can see, all the things whatever we have done till now in this console will be completely listed here. Okay, console login we have done. It is saying we have terminated instance. See, just now I have terminated one instance, right? You remember? Just now I have terminated, I think here or somewhere. See, terminated 46B2. Okay, you can see that 46B2 is this not the one? No, 46B2 is a different one. Is this a different one? Okay. 3146B2 is which instance is this? I think is this with the 46B2 FP4B62 CloudTrail. Not this instance, but it will give us see, I think last time we have created user, right? Deepak. And who did it? Root. Because we have logged in with the root, it is showing is the root. But if we logged in with any of the user, it will give you that username. All the activity, whatever has been done, it is noted here. Okay, so it's only giving us the false one. Okay, so now if you can see, (1053) describe root matrix log group. So we have created a log group, right, called test. So that is recorded here. And if you wanted to see the full event, you can see it full event. So this is the full event. What root have done? Root have created a log group. Okay. In that way, you can create, you can check all that stuff, what has been done. I can filter it like, event name or resource type or resource name. Let me give like resource name and maybe, yeah, I can use the resource name and give resource ID. Let's see. If you can get any insights of this one, whether it's terminated and all that. You can sort in this way, resource type and EC2. And EC2 instances. Okay, subnet instances. These are the instances. This is the one which is recently terminated. Okay, 42 CEB is here. 4EFT2 is here. There are more running instances also. 7 more. So everything about EC2 instances will be coming here. So that's how we filter and check the CloudWatch trail. Okay. Now you know the main difference between CloudWatch and CloudTrail, right? CloudTrail is for auditing purpose. That means all the API calls will be recorded and who have done what is what you see it for CloudTrail. But for the CloudWatch, it's not like that. It will monitor the logs for services. So services, if there is an error, if it is connected, all those things will be in CloudWatch. So CloudWatch and CloudTrail, that's the difference. Okay. So any questions? Any questions on CloudWatch and CloudTrail? Those are used for monitoring. And Cloud Formation.
No questions, Shrikant.
No questions. Okay. Okay. Just practice. It will be easy. Cloud Formation also. See, Cloud Formation don't get don't take a lot of pressure on it. It's just that whatever we are doing manually to create an EC2 instance, we are writing a small simple code. Okay, that's the code also. Previously it used to be like very big code. For you to understand, I have made it very simple. You can also try one thing. Okay, instance security group is this one, right? You can also take this one off, and what you can do is no commas here. You can yeah, resources, right? Yeah, so okay, so I've removed that one also, and what you can do is here you can just put a security group here. Example, what is the security group I have? Guys, in the code you need to change the details, like what you need here. Security group, I can take one security group which is already there. If you want to new security group, only then you need to create. So I'll see this is the security group ID I have. I'll just copy it and put it here. This is more simple, right? You don't need all these things. Just the security group. That's it. But here, the key name and security group, that is dependent on your account. You need to create a key name before and put it here. And you need to take any of the, either you can create security group separately, or you can take just security group ID from one of your this thing and just run it. So this is as simple as that. I'll take this one also. This is also you don't need. This is just description. I'm removing that also. See how simple is this one? It's just the code is this much only. Okay, I'm adding this one also. This will just create EC2 instance for you. It won't even add, sorry. It won't even create security group. It will just create a small EC2 instance for you very quickly. Okay, I'm adding this to your chat. If you want to copy this one also, you can copy it. Very simple. Start with small templates and then move to the bigger templates. Try to add 3 instances on the same template, and you can play around in that way. Okay.
So organizations do this way, not the way which we did before.
Yeah, more 50 to 60%, not 50 to 60, actually 80% of the organizations do the way we used to do before. Like, but most of the companies are now looking for advanced stuff. So that's the reason I'm saying that IAC will be, booming up, because people are looking for, organizations are looking for people who can code this thing. So it would be a good add-on for you if you know this cloud formation templates, how to create resources with this. And it's basically easy. It's not like very complex code. It's just that whatever you need to just remember how that resource will be working and what are the properties it needed. Just if you know the properties, you can do it. And once you do it, you can rerun this again and again and again, as many times as you need, and you can just change instance type or like the storage, whatever you need, only those things, and you can rerun it again and again without any human errors. This will be created. So it's completely an automated way. It's very simple. I suggest or recommend you to just try to understand it. You don't need to work on it, or like practice it or take it, but at least if you understand how this works. Example, at least on the cloud formation, if you have a code, how do you run the cloud formation stack, that and even by looking at a cloud formation stack, if you can understand what is the issue, or like what is the error, or like what is it doing, it would be more than enough for you. You can that's a good start. If you want to practice more, you try to add load balancer also in it. Just try to search for load balancer code, put that in it. Just fix the errors. See, right now even I got some errors, right? So slowly you can understand what is the error, you can just fix it. Just that if a bracket is open, just try to close that bracket, and yeah, exclamatory and sorry, the quotes, try to close it, and the commas. Those are the simple things you need to look into this code. That's it, nothing more than that. Just brackets are closed at proper this thing, and commas are closed, or like commas are only given when required. So those things, if you see, that should be more than enough in this code. There is nothing in it actually. It's not there is all what you're doing is, all you're doing is just writing, just on paper, I'm creating a resource, something like that. Resource equal to EC2 instance type, this one, properties, these things, that's it. You're not even giving any fancy code like stdio.h and all those things. Okay, just a plain text type.
One question, Shrikant.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like you have created just one EC2 instance in this JSON script. So if
Okay.
that I have to create like 5 or 10 same EC2 instances. So I need to execute this 10 times, or there can be a script for that, or here only I can.
Yeah, you're only. Yeah, you can see my screen right now. Uh,
Yes.
what I can do is, let me quickly show it to you. CloudWatch, Cloud Formation. So this is one thing. So if you can see, sorry, Cloud. This is one of the drawbacks in cloud formation, Aparna. Okay, so the IAC, Terraform is also used for IAC. Okay, that's a third party one. It will also create the instances and all that stuff, but it's a third party one. But in that, what you can do, right? You can add one more parameter called count, and you can put that count as 5, and it will create 5 instances. Okay. But in CloudFormation, it's not like that. In CloudFormation, either you can create the code for 5 times, or what you can do is you can just add the code here, right? And if you can see, okay, refresh it and see if there is no errors. Okay. So previously we got this one also, right? Security group. Now it's giving only EC2 instance. Okay. And if you can see, the resource started here. Okay, let's go back to here, and if you can see, resource started here na, and it is closed here. So here instance we have created. Okay, EC2 instance. Okay, now what we can do, right? EC2 instance we have created, just copy this. Okay, control V, control V, control V, 1 2 3 4, and control V, 1 2 3 5, control V. But the thing is, see, the resource here, what you're here, you gave EC2 instance name, right? The same, if you repeat it, it will become as a duplicate and says it's already existed. So what you need to do is EC2 1, EC2 instance 2, EC2 instance 3.
The security group will be the same for all
Yes,
the.
yeah, you can use same security group for everything. Even for the tools what you are using, you don't need to create security groups again and again. If it is port 80, you already have a security group where port 80 is open. You can use the same port, same thing again. Okay, so now I've done 5 times, right? Let me copy this, Control A, Control V. Most probably I shouldn't get any errors, but if I get it, I don't know. Yeah, I got it instead of. Okay, so what we have missed is, if you can see, I told you, right, we need to give proper commas, right? So once this is done, if we think that there is still more coming in, what we need to do, we need to give a comma. Then it will say like, okay, I'm expecting the other one. Okay, these are the commas you need to give, so that it will expect a next resource after this. And but for the last one don't need comma. This is how you debug the issues. Now, if you can see, you get 5 instances. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, you can see, right, 5 instances properly. Okay, so 5 instances are there. It is saying that I'll create 5 instances right now. So let me see, let me validate the template. Template is valid, and I'm just creating the resource, and I'll say 5 instance stack. Okay. So you can see here instance created value property security group must be of list type. Okay. Okay. So previously we have edited it, right? I told you can put the security group. So what is it saying is security group should be type list. So when you're listing it, it should be square bracket. Okay. When you list something, it should be square bracket. What is it saying is all the security groups must be as a list. So see guys, this is how you basically debug the code. When you're writing any code, obviously you'll get errors, you'll get issues. This is how you go and fix each of those things and rerun it again. Okay. Let me rerun this again. Dun, dun, dun. Five instances are there. Valid template. So you can ask me a question. So when we at the end we got an error. Why? But while we are saying something in the while we are validating it, we didn't get any error. Why? Because while it validate, it will only see the JSON format. It won't see any values internal to it. It doesn't know those things. It will only see the internal values only once it has created the stuff. Okay, progress. Creating failed valued for group IDs invalid. Okay, value for parameter group ID is invalid. The value cannot be empty. What is the group ID? Group ID. What is the group ID? Template. Okay, let's do one thing. Okay, just for our simplicity, rather than using that security group stuff, what we'll do is we'll create the security group also. No.
It's okay, Shrikant. I just wanted to ask, like, even if you want to create more instances, we'll have to write it in the code only. We cannot put a loop or script or something like that, right? Just
Yeah,
write it manually. Okay, yeah, that's fine then.
but this is fine. We can close it. I
Okay.
may just this is where it ended, right? See if you can see this is where it ended. What we do is just put comma here and add this new resource internet security group, and we have added this, right? And now what we do is we need to also get the reference. We have also used reference, right, in the previous one. So how did we use the reference? So security group, we have used, okay, let me copy this whole stuff. Reference, this one. Okay, this is what we need to re-update. It will replace in all the places. That's all. Okay, it's looking good to me. See, we are creating 5 EC2 instances and we are attaching one security group to all these EC2 instances. Okay. Only one security group we are attaching for all the EC2 instances. So now let's see whether the template is valid. Yes, it is valid. And okay, security group is created and see instance 1, instance 2, instance 3 is waiting. Okay, what is it again? It says AMI ID does not exist. What? Just now we have created this AMI ID, right? AMI ID not found. How is this possible? Okay. Okay, yeah. See, one more thing is the main problem with the code is, see, coding itself is you need to create the code, debug it, you'll get errors, again debug it, fix it, run it. So you need to do that again and again until that works. So you need to have patience when you do work with code. but it will be challenging, you fixing the issues slowly and working on it. Hopefully it should run now without any issues. Oh, does not exist. What is this? You just created it, right? Did we change the location or what? Where did the oh, we created. Okay, okay. Created it in Argon. Then what we need to do is we need to roll back this AMI ID. Control Z. Control Z. Is this the correct AMI ID? Yeah, that's the correct AMI ID. There is one more. See here, we have created this key in Oregon, and here in North Virginia, we are running it. That's the reason we got that error. AMI ID, no AMI ID also. Because in Oregon, the AMI ID is different, and in North Virginia, that is different. So, okay, delete the stack. Delete. Create a new stack with new resources. Create it with this template. This template. Refresh and validate. Run. Next. Event. Creating. Complete. Instance 1, instance 2, instance 3, instance 4, instance 5. All the instances are getting created, and these are the instance IDs. Once we go to this, here you can see you'll get 5 instances at a time. See all these 5 instances it's creating right now. Okay, that is the reason we are not seeing this one also. The FP462 in the CloudWatch, CloudTrail. Actually, in the CloudTrail, we were searching about this ID, right, for the terminated ID, because this is in Oregon, and we are searching that in a different region. Okay, see right now 5 instances. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 instances are running, and we have created all of this with the CloudFormation stack. This is the stack. When I refresh it, I think it will say it's completed. Events is completed, and stack is completed. Now I'm deleting it so that all the 5 instances will get deleted. Deleting in progress. Deleting in progress. And we'll also search this one to see whether deleting is in progress. Yeah, see, shutting down, and it will get deleted. Okay, so that is how you do it. And this one, Control A, Control C, guys. The AMI is for Oregon, but if you want change it to North Virginia, change it to North Virginia. When you run it, if you get any issue that there is no AMI ID, change that one. Here I'm copying this big code also for 5 instances. Okay. So any more questions on this one? Any questions?
No, Shrikant, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else?
No, not yet. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. I'll send the video link tonight, so you'll get more time to practice actually. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Shrikant.
Thank you, Shrikant.
దానికి వాళ్ళు రిక్వెస్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి. వాళ్ళకి
డౌట్ వచ్చింది. కాకపోతే నాకు చదివితే అర్థమైంది ఏంటంటే ఆయనకు ఒకటి కావాలి, ఒకటి అడుగుతుంది.
వీళ్ళకి అడగడం రాదు, అది మెయిన్.